presentation. I already told you that here our focus will be on project proposals. Means you submit proposal to reconstruct or to build, to construct something. So this is all about the proposal. Let's talk about different structures of project proposals. Now, this is the question your seniors were asked from writing proposal. Write a proposal on establishment of a paper factory in Kaveri district, Nepal. Show only introduction, statement of the problem, significance, and conclusion parts of the proposal. Write a proposal on establishment of a paper factory in Kaveri district. Look, establishment of a paper factory in Kaveri district. You have to write proposal on this. So before going through this question, let me take you through the components of a proposal. I already told you I will talk about two structures of project proposal. First, let's start with this one. Components of proposal. First component of proposal is the title page. And this title page includes title of the proposal, submitted to, submitted by, date of submission. Sometimes you will be asked to submit to this organization in the question, otherwise you write in your own way. Title of the proposal, submitted to, submitted by, date of submission. So here is the title page. A proposal for establishment of a paper factory. A proposal for establishment of a paper factory. Submitted by, just imaginary things, Ram Hari Subedi, engineer. Submitted to the Ministry of Construction. Date of submission 26th September 2020. So first element of your proposal is the title page. Second element is abstract, and abstract is synopsis. We talked about what abstract includes. Abstract includes each and everything that your proposal includes. Now here in proposal, always remember this, introduction is the most important part in your proposal. Introduction is the most important part in your proposal. So if you can write beautiful introduction, you can write proposal. So this introductory section of the proposal includes context, background to the topic of your proposal. This introduction includes background. Problem statement means what is the problem there? Why problem there means why it is necessary to establish paper factory in Kaveri district, or why it is necessary to establish paper factory. This is taken as problem statement. Then objectives. What are the objectives of establishing paper factory? Then significance. Why establishing paper factory is important. Objectives and significance are closely related. Only difference lies in the way we write them. Otherwise, your objectives and your significance of your proposal. So, establishment of a paper factory is the topic of your proposal. So, first contextualize it. Talk about the situation of the country. Write in this way like, as Nepal is the developing country, there are not sufficient industries producing paper in our country. So, our country depends heavily on international communities to import paper. On the one hand, the paper imported from international community is really expensive. On the other hand, it is of low quality. People in the remote areas don't get papers or copies books on time in our country. To solve this problem or to stop importing paper from international communities, to utilize the raw material available in our country, and to produce good quality of paper in a low price in our own country. It is necessary to establish paper factory. Establishment of paper factory will have different benefits, including we will be able to use raw material available in our locality. We will provide cheaper paper to all the people in the country, and etc. Write down significance in this way. So you can write this introductory section. I already told you, if you can write introductory section, you can write rest of the things of your proposal. First, provide background. If you are talking about establishment of paper factory, you talk about the situation of the country. Okay, you can go for accurate data as well if possible. There are this number of factories producing papers located in these areas, but no paper factory established in Kabare district or even in Kathmandu district. So to do these things, it is necessary to establish paper factory here. Right? Write down in this way. Then you will have another part, statement of the problem. So here in introductory section, you briefly presented the problems. Here you become much more detailed in statement of the problem. Like, so write down in a detailed way. So it is necessary for us to establish paper factory because of the following reasons. There are no enough industries producing paper in our country. We are compelled to import paper from international communities. The paper imported from international communities is not of that good quality. The paper imported from international communities is expensive. We don't get paper on time. And we are unable to utilize raw material which can be used to produce papers. Right? In this way, you can just state the problems. State the problem is why it is necessary to establish paper factory. This is taken as a statement of the problem. You show some problem, that's why it is necessary to establish paper factory. Then objectives. So in proposal, one thing you should remember is each and everything is connected to rest of the things here. Look, introductory section includes context, background, problem statement, objectives, significance. Then you have separate parts, statement of the problems, objectives, significance, these things as well. Right? Here, the only difference between the proposal, abstract of the proposal and introduction of the proposal is abstract includes just context, background, problem statement, objective, significance, budgeting, time schedule of your proposal. This introductory section includes context, background, problem statement, objective, significance. Right? So it rarely introduces budgeting and time schedule. Statement of the problem. Now objectives. The main objectives of establishing paper factory in Kaveri district are as follows. You can go for paragraph or you can use bullet points. So main objectives: to produce good quality of paper in a cheaper price, to export paper in some countries. Yes, your aim can be to export instead of importing paper from international communities, to provide good quality of paper in a cheaper price, right? To fulfill the demand of the people in the rural areas, demand of the papers of the people in rural areas, to give employment to some of the people as well, because when you establish paper factory, certainly some people will be engaged in that work, right? So write down in this way objectives. So this significance closely related to objectives. The way we write is different, rest of the things same. Establishing paper factory is significant for us because of these reasons. In this way you write. Then little bit different part here is budgeting. Budgeting. write down in this way: the total budget estimated for the establishment of paper factory is this, or the total estimated budget for the establishment of paper factory is this crore or this lakh, whatever you write. The budget has been allocated for different works as follows. Write down in this way. Then works cost. Write down works, for example, engineering survey cost, then raw materials, purchase of raw materials cost, site clearing cost, then show in that way, right? So wages this, transportation this, fooding, lodging, fooding this. In this way you just show budgeting in a table, or present your budgeting in a table. That is budgeting. Same case with time schedule, right? The paper factory will be established in 2 years starting from, write down date. The time for different works has been allocated, the time for different works has been allocated as follows. So when you present a right proposal, when you submit proposal, you clearly show your plan to your reader, to your audience, or to the agency that you are submitting the research proposal to. Talk about budgeting very clearly, so that they will decide whether they should hand over the project to you or not, according to your budgeting, according to your objectives, according to what problem you are addressing, according to your time schedule, whether you can complete the project within the estimated time or not. Or you can write like, establishment of paper factory will be over in 2 years starting from, write down date. Or the establishment of a paper factory will begin on, for example, 30th September 2020, and the project will be over by, write down date. The time for different works has been allocated as follows. Write down one by one works, time, show that. So conclusion, you can write, restate, it is also brief, compressed summary of all the things that you talked about. Write down briefly. As there are just 3 paper factories in factories producing paper in our country, it is necessary to increase the number of the factories producing papers, to produce good quality of paper in a cheaper price, and to stop importing paper from international communities. Establishment of paper factory in Kabwe district will be beneficial for these reasons, and the total estimated budget for the establishment is this, and the establishment will be over, or the project will be over in 2 years, right? So in this way you write conclusion. Good. So this is one structure of a project proposal. So now the question will be this one, probably you can easily write. Write a proposal on establishment of a paper factory in Kabwe district. Show only introduction, right? Statement of the problem, significance, and conclusion parts of the proposal. So first, keep in mind different elements. In the exam, you will not be asked to write proposal, but you will be asked to write proposal including certain parts of your proposal. But for your professional life, these things are really important. Remember the parts, and content can be anything. You can write proposal, I'm sure. Now, this is one type of proposal. Sometimes you can submit proposal in a different format as well, different structure, a proposal with different structure. Let me take you to that. This is one type of proposal. Now let me take you to another type of proposal. Here, question. Look at the question. Imagine that you are interested in undertaking the reconstruction of Dharara destroyed by the devastating earthquake of April 25, 2015. Write abstract, technical section, and cost management section of the proposal to be submitted to the Ministry of Culture, Nepal. Look, this is different type of proposal, though it's also project proposal, but its structure is different. Now let's talk about this structure of a proposal. So first, title page. This structure also includes title page. I talked about title page. So abstract, overall summary of the things that we discuss in proposal. First, let me talk about the elements in this type of proposal, then you can write abstract. So this type of proposal includes five things. What are these? Title page, abstract, technical section, cost management section, and time management section. Or you can write time management section and cost management section. So this is a bit different structurally. First type of proposal includes different elements like title page, then abstract, introduction, statement of the problem, objectives, significance, positing, time schedule, conclusion. Here, this type of proposal has 5 elements: title page, abstract, technical section, time management section, and cost management section. This is easier than the previous one. So you can write title page. For example, a proposal for reconstructing Dharara, submitted to the Ministry of Culture, Nepal, submitted by, for example, Chaudhary Construction Private Limited, Kathmandu. Date of submission, write down that. Abstract, I will talk about that. So this type of proposal first includes technical section. Now, under technical section, you talk about what type of Dharara you are going to reconstruct. You talk about the physical structure. Here, technical section, you talk about technical aspects only. For example, if you are talking about reconstruction of Dharara, what you will be doing in under technical section, you will be talking about height of Dharara. You will be talking about story of Dharara. You will be talking about land it occupies. You will be talking about whether it is disabled friendly or not. You will be talking about materials used to reconstruct the Dharara. You will be talking about facility of parking, whether there is underground parking or not. Then you will be talking about whether there will be restaurants around Dharara or not. You will be talking about whether there will be garden around Dharara or not. So in this way, you write things under technical section. Means you talk about the structure, physical aspects. So when you have to write under technical section, so as Dharara is the pride of our country, it is necessary to reconstruct it. Our pride, Dharara, was destroyed by the devastating earthquake in 2015. So, as it is the greatest monument of our country, it is necessary to reconstruct it. The new Dharara will be this feet tall, or the height of the new Dharara will be this feet, and it will have 10, 11 or 12 story. The new Dharara will occupy this or 40, 50 ropanis of land. Old Dharara was not disabled friendly, but new Dharara will be disabled friendly. Old Dharara was built by using these materials, but we will be using these things to build new Dharara. There will be facility of underground parking in new Dharara. And for the people, there will be built some restaurants so that people can take the things they like there. There will be beautiful garden around Dharara, or the beautiful garden will be built around Dharara so that people or visitors can sit, enjoy, and talk, have a talk with their friends. In this way, you write technical section. When you talk about, constructing any bridge, talk about the length, talk about the height, talk about the land is occupied, talk about its, all these things, technical aspects. Right? You can talk about some engineers. So as we don't have, skilled manpower, some engineers from international communities will be invited to help us, do our work. In this way, you talk about technical aspects here. Now, if you can write technical section, time management section, and cost estimation section are really easy for you. Now, time management section, the reconstruction of Dharara will begin on, write down the date, and the reconstruction will be accomplished by, or the project will be over by present date. You can go for point of time, you can go for period of time here. The time for different works has been allocated as follows. Now here, description of the work. If you are going to reconstruct the Dharara, so engineering survey, 2 months. Clearing the site, whatever time you give. Then collection of raw materials, this time. Construction, this time. Construction of the restaurants, this. Garden, this time. Miscellaneous, this time. So show total time here. It is easy thing. After that, same case, cost management section. Here you talk about cost for different works. Budget that you have allocated for different works. So here write down in this way, the estimated total cost for reconstructing Dharara is to be, write down here. For example, 2 crore, 3 crore, whatever you want, right? The cost for different things has been allocated as follows. So how you have allocated the cost for, surveying, how much? Then construction, collection of raw material, clearing the site, wages, other facilities, food, lodging, wages. How much cost you have allocated? Write down that. After that, you will have conclusion part. Conclusion part is compressed version of the things that you have written. Right? New Dharara will be this feet of height, and it will have 9 story or 10 story or 11 story. The total estimated cost for reconstructing Dharara is this, and the reconstruction work will begin on this date and will be over by this date. This is conclusion. So when you write when you write abstract, include ideas from technical section, cost management section, time management section. That will be your abstract. So in this way, you should write project proposals. There are 2 formats of project proposals, and you may be asked a question to write any type of proposal here. Any type of project proposal with technical section, cost management section, or this time management section, or proposal with this problem statement, statement of the problem or introduction, these things, right? Some elements can be found in both type of proposals. You can see here. Okay, now this is all about writing proposals. Here is the question. Now you can deal with this question. Imagine that you are interested in undertaking the reconstruction of Dharara, destroyed by the devastating earthquake of April 25, 2015. Write abstract, technical section, and cost management section of the proposal to be submitted to the Ministry of Culture, Nepal. You can easily write. So the main thing here is you are asked to include only some of the parts of your proposal, but you should think about all the parts, because when you write abstract, you think about the technical section, cost management section, time management section as well. Though time management section has not been given here, right? But you should think about that too when you write abstract. So I took you through all the elements, all the parts of your project proposal. Got it? Okay, these are the things I wanted to discuss on this topic, proposals. Okay, this is all about writing proposals. So with this bunch of discussion, we wrapped up the course as well. After this, just we have to do some of the things like presentations, and I think we will have some presentations after the same occasion, not before that. Right? Okay. Now, do you have any queries regarding this proposal part, or other queries regarding our class and anything? You just unmute yourself and go for the queries.
Sir, what kind of presentation will you have?
Presentation, I will assign you some topics. For example, you will be presenting on, I will assign you just a topic. For example, establishment, write a proposal on establish, same question here, write a proposal. I will just assign you some questions. For example, question number 1, roll number 1. Question number 2, roll number 2. The questions will be like, I will assign you one topic for research article. You will present on its abstract and findings, not whole research article. Just you will be talking on its abstract, only just 2-3 parts, abstract, findings. I will assign you one topic of the report. You will be talking about its just introductory part and conclusion. So some people will be presenting on in the same way, like text that we dealt with. Just you will remember the things with the help of the presentations. If your friends have missed some classes, they can recall things. You will be presenting on text. You will be presenting on the research articles if you have written. You will be presenting on some abstract of the research articles. I will assign you topics, right? You will be presenting some proposals, right? I will assign you topics later, right? But if everything comes to normalcy, we will have lab as well. Otherwise, we will just cover off each and everything with the help of presentation, and your performance will be evaluated on the basis of that. Don't worry about the internal evaluation. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So if the presentations, even if it is not possible to go for presentations, I will upload some questions for you as an assignment, and you will just return the assignment. You will submit the assignment. I will go through your assignment, and then I will evaluate your performance on the basis of your assignment only. That can be done. There are different ways of evaluating your performance. No problem with that. Don't worry about that.
Okay, sir. So this means, and our next class will be after the vacation now.
Yeah, because it's a Tuesday, and our next class is on Sunday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what is the date on Sunday, next Sunday? Like
First.
it's 26 first. So I think that will be the vacation for the sea. I think vacation for the sea starts from 1 or 2. I haven't gone through the calendar, but that is the date. Yes, our presentations, or we will go through presentations after the sea vacation.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So if you find any problem, if you encounter any problem,